Good morning, everyone, again. Thank you once again for joining us today for the CIO breakfast. We're definitely glad to have you here as our audience today. Again, my name is Ryan. For those of you who've actually presented right now, thank you. Some very good insights, some very practical insights as well. Very real-world examples. We've been talking about enterprise mobility, and the key word there is actually mobility. And when we consider our products, and basically any other mobile products, when you talk about mobility, it's the ability to work anytime and anywhere. It's as simple as that. But what's the beauty of technology today is that with smartphones and tablets, which form the core basis of mobility today, smartphones and tablets have actually become extremely powerful devices. Yeah? No longer are they just for simple calls, for browsing the web. We can actually do a lot of productive work on tablets especially, and smartphones to a certain degree. So what we would like to look at today, Samsung actually is pretty big in enterprise. We specialize in a lot of software and hardware solutions. Beyond Samsung smartphones and tablets, other avenues include digital display solutions. We have printers, some specialized solutions like the Samsung Smart School. Maybe you've heard of this. Yeah? So we are actually really big players in the enterprise space. And this is what we're looking to grow locally as well, as our products continue to be innovated and continue to improve. As you've heard, Manoj has just mentioned that we'll have the Note 4 coming up. And we recently launched the Galaxy Tab S as well. So I'll try not to be too technical where I can. I wouldn't like to get you to fall asleep, and I'm sure he'll pull me off here if I do. So I'll try my best. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get us started. We can consider ourselves as being in the golden age of mobility and connectivity. Just as personal computers exploded in growth in the 80s and the 90s, mobile devices have taken their place, becoming ever more present in our day-to-day personal lives and business lives. The demand and growth of mobile devices has surpassed that of the common PC, where laptops and desktops are actually becoming less popular, especially in the consumer market, and tablets and smartphones are becoming more popular in businesses, because businesses want their workforces to be mobile, to be able to work anytime and anywhere. Now, I might be saying that, and my laptop is actually here on my desk. Yeah, so there's a certain level of contradiction on my part. But as the IT fellows here might be aware, we have some security protections on this, so my presentation is locked down here. Yeah, just as a mention of that. So the modern enterprise of today continues globally and also locally in our market. We've experienced this. Continues to recognize the need for its workforce to have information and a certain level of computing ability at its fingertips. Today's modern digital workers need to be able to work anytime and anywhere, as I had mentioned. And enterprise mobility is becoming, if it's not at the moment, it is becoming a major consideration for multiple companies locally and globally as well. Well, it's true that most of our success and sales has actually been built on the individual consumer market. But that's changed, like I mentioned. We have a lot of solutions in enterprise. And more of these consumers are actually using their devices in what we call bring your own device environments, where individuals in a company want to be able to use the smartphone that they like or the tablet that they like without actually being forced to use a particular device. On the other hand, companies around the world are also deploying and providing a variety of mobile products, smartphones and tablets. I think Pure Cabs is a good example, to their workforce to improve, one, their productivity, their business efficiency, and also the agility of the business. Samsung is ideally positioned with a broad product portfolio, smartphones and tablets, and many other products, like I mentioned, to meet the needs of your company, especially if you're looking to improve your productivity and efficiency. And if you look there, why is Samsung what we call a global market leader? And these are some of the key areas. Yeah? We are a sustainable partner, so in the event that you do actually consider us as one of the vendors for your deployment plans, we'll be there with you from day one till the day you implement the devices and much more. Yeah? We provide innovative offerings. This is almost to a degree, if you're familiar with Samsung products, pretty self-explanatory. You always see a new Samsung product out in the market, which improves and makes the user's experience much better than before. We have proven expertise. Yeah? We have proven expertise in the sense that we actually partner with other global companies to provide certain solutions successfully, and a lot of global experience as well, and a lot of global coverage as well. Before we look at some of the ideal devices that Samsung actually has for enterprise, be it smartphones or tablets especially, we would like to introduce you to a concept we call SAFE. SAFE stands for Samsung for Enterprise. In a lot of enterprise environments, Android especially has always been considered as the least safe option, yeah, in terms of mobile security. But Samsung has actually changed that with what we call SAFE. And I'll take you through some of the features which make our products ready for enterprise and secure for enterprise, making them very ideal for your corporate situations. Now, SAFE. So as a leading vendor of Android tablets and smartphones, Samsung is committed to helping enterprise environments manage and secure the mobile deployments. Samsung devices have 4 core and exclusive capabilities to support enterprise mobility, namely on-device encryption. Those of you in IT would be familiar with this term. Those of you who are not, I will try and explain it in the best possible way. Support for virtual private networks, support for corporate email, calendars, and contacts, and synchronization of the same. And an important part, especially if you're considering deployment of devices in your company on a large scale, compatibility with a wide range of mobile device management solutions. So if we look at this one by one, just as an introduction, yeah? If we look at the element of on-device encryption, the main aim here is to prevent data being compromised through theft or loss. If you have certain devices deployed in your company, theft and loss is a reality. So you want to make sure your data is always secured, yeah, and not compromised. So Samsung tablets are embedded with what we call on-device encryption technology, which basically codes the information on your device, both in the internal storage of the device and the external storage of the device, which is actually pretty unique to Samsung. So that in the event that your device is actually stolen or lost, you can be sure that most of your corporate information is actually secured and safe, because with encryption, anyone gaining unauthorized access can't actually make any use of that information unless they're able to decrypt it, yeah, or decode it. Virtual private networks is another key area, another key business component. Samsung Galaxy tablets and smartphones maintain the industry's highest standards for virtual private network security. With the broad VPN compatibility, enterprises are provided with an optimized and secure path to corporate intranet and email. So if you have your own corporate intranet and email systems, Samsung devices are already ready to support that straight from the box, which is a pretty good feature. Also support for a variety of network resources you might be having in your company, and software applications as well that you might be able to push to the devices. Now, corporate email, calendar, and contacts. Yeah. For most people who want a mobile workforce, if you consider the aspect of corporate email, business calendar, and schedules and contacts, these seem like very basic elements of information. But when you think about it, these are some of the most important things people in an office or in a business actually interact with on a daily basis. And you want to have a device that is able to synchronize with your corporate emails. And thanks to support from Microsoft, what we call Microsoft Exchange Active Sync, so Samsung devices are able to support push synchronization of emails, contact lists, and calendars, so you can maximize the efficiency of your workforce or your own personal efficiency anytime and anywhere. The third part is mobile device management. Now, in as much as a lot of companies are very interested in deploying technology, especially mobile phones and tablets, there's always the challenge of how do you manage a wide number of these devices? How do I ensure that the device is being used at the right place, in the right time? Especially when you have a workforce that's in the field, let's say a sales team. With mobile device management solutions that are actually available through partnerships we have with a wide variety of companies, IT can actually administrate these devices. For instance, if I have a sales team in my company, and this entire sales team of, let's say, 10 to 15 people has a 7-inch tablet, and they go out to the field, and each one of them is allocated a particular area of the city where they're supposed to be. With MDM solutions, I can actually geofence these devices, which means I can make sure that that device is only usable within a particular area. And if that person strays from that area, then they get a notification. Such are the kind of features that our devices can actually support through the MDM solutions, solution partners we provide. Another aspect of, and you'll find that I have started with security and focused on security a lot, because one of the major aspects of enterprise mobility is actually the security of information. The more mobile information is, the more vulnerable it is. And you want to protect and secure this information. These are some of the MDM, mobile device management partners that we work with, include SAP. A good one we've had experience with is AirWatch, Sorti Mobi Control with some of our deployments, and many more. The other feature I would like to talk about is Samsung Knox, and I'm not sure if some of you have heard of Samsung Knox before. Anyone? Okay. Now, Samsung Knox is a new security application that actually debuted with some of our flagship products from Galaxy S3 onwards to our current tablet flagship products. Now, what Samsung Knox does is that it creates two separate personas or two separate environments within your device, be it a smartphone or tablet. So you can actually have one environment. It's almost like partitioning, the same way you partition your hard disk. You can have one environment where you have all your personal files and personal applications, and another separate, secluded environment or zone, which we actually call a Knox container, where you'll have all your applications and files and data in there. And those would probably be your business applications, your business or work-related files. Now, why would we want this separation? If you consider companies that are actually encouraging the trend of bring your own device, where we're allowing people to come in with their own smartphones and tablets and actually use them for work, you might find some users might be concerned about whether IT is able to actually snoop into my device from the network and gain access to my information. What Knox does for you, it gives you that ability as a general user to actually segment your device so that your personal life is actually separated from your work life and your work files. Now, Samsung Knox operates on a consumer level and also at an enterprise level. Samsung Knox can be loaded up onto an MDM server, mobile device management server, so it doesn't need its own server, and IT can actually push the Knox application to a variety of devices that you may have deployed or would be planning to deploy, smartphones or tablets, so giving users that particular functionality. As you can see there, for IT managers especially, with features such as Knox, and with some of the features that we've talked about, which come native to most of our Samsung products, we are basically giving you enhanced security and more simple and flexible management of these devices. Yeah. For employees, especially those who would be able to run Knox on a Samsung device, you can choose between work or play environments, and you can still be productive anytime, anywhere on the device that you actually want to use. And your personal data can stay protected. Now, we would like to take you through some of the products we have that would be ideal for enterprise. I'll take you through some of the Samsung tablets that we have currently available in our market. And we shall also look later on at the Galaxy Tab S, which is our latest flagship tablet. We launched this last week, and you might have seen a few adverts in the newspaper for this as well. Now, the reason we are actually looking at tablets, you might wonder, and I'm sure most of you, of those of you who raised your hands to point out that you're considering deploying some form of devices, you have probably thought of tablets. And you probably have your own reasons for that. So for most businesses and most business environments, the tablet has actually gained massive popularity over time. And I'll show you something after this that sort of explains the massive growth of the tablet market. Yeah. We probably have all had the experience of being in a meeting room or a conference, and you can see someone with a tablet on a table. Yeah. They're either using it for work, or maybe because it actually looks very nice. It looks better than your laptop or your standard pen and paper. Yeah? But the thing with tablets is they've transcended and become more than a fashion image. They've become more powerful. They've become more reasonable productivity tools and devices. They're more portable than laptops, as someone had mentioned before. You'll find that if you do some research, that there's a lot of discussion on whether tablets are actually phasing out laptops. To some extent, they are. Yeah? Because like I said, they've become more powerful, more capable of handling productivity-related jobs, and they're more portable. Yeah? So one of the key considerations for most businesses looking to deploy mobile devices, especially when considering between smartphones and tablets, is the screen size. If you consider professionals and executives or sales teams or anyone who actually works in the field on an almost daily basis, they would prefer to use a much larger screen. And we have different form factors all the way from 7-inch all the way to 12.2-inch. Well, we've actually deployed, in some scenarios, we've deployed smartphones for enterprise. Yeah? But you'd find that some users would prefer to have a much larger screen, and the tablet provides you a much larger screen, especially if you want to edit and create a wide variety of documents easily and freely. And to get that almost PC-like experience, a tablet begins to make more sense. And that is why, especially for our enterprise initiatives, we are aggressively pushing tablets, not only in the consumer space, but in the business space as well. Now, Samsung, for a very long time, has been producing laptops and a variety of desktop PCs. That changed significantly as of last year and the year before. And the reason for that is that in the consumer space, and also to some extent in the business space, the laptop and desktop is actually losing its popularity. Yeah? Especially given the fact that today's tablets can actually do just as much, if not more, than your regular tablet, than your regular PC or laptop. And most of our tablets are actually more powerful than some entry-level laptops. As you can see there, from 2012, there's a very clear growth in tablet. Actually, these are tablet shipments, yeah, from 2012 and projected till 2015. And you can see that's an upward curve. And with portable PCs still remaining steady and almost stagnating in the same way desktop PCs have. Yeah. So you can see where the interest and the growth of the tablet actually is. Okay. Now, when you consider what tablets are used for, so they are used for personal experiences. They are used for in companies as well, either as provision devices or individual devices. But some of the major use cases, number one, is working remotely, which is what enterprise mobility is all about, being able to work remotely and efficiently without any compromise. Checking emails and probably browsing the web. Yeah. As you can see there, a very interesting statistic there. And these are some of the sectors where, even if you consider some global case studies, where tablets have actually been implemented in terms of industry, education, healthcare, retail, government. We have had some experience there. We've had some experience in education, industrial, financial services, legal, energy, hospitality. The list is endless. Yeah? Now, that's an interesting figure there. They're saying between 2011 and 2016, by 2016, there will be up to 96.3 million units of tablets deployed in the market. I don't know what you feel about that. Do you feel like you would be part of this 96.3 million? That's up to you. Now, with tablets in particular, given the fact that we've established that tablets are probably some of the most attractive pieces of mobile hardware for enterprise mobility, we have tablet models categorized into two. We have what we call the Galaxy Tab series and the Galaxy Note series. And I'm sure some of you are pretty familiar with the Galaxy Note series. Yeah. The Galaxy Note series, very good product in terms of productivity and supporting work needs, especially due to the support for stylus pen. And we have 3 versions, and you'll see that I've included the Galaxy Note 3, which would later become the Galaxy Note 4. I've done that for a reason. We have the Note Pro 12.2, which is actually our largest Android tablet, yeah? Designed for people who want to be able to work on the move, people who don't want to carry around pen and paper, they don't want to carry their laptop. They want one device that's capable of supporting all their business and even personal needs. We have the 2014 edition, a slightly smaller variant, and the Galaxy Note 3. Now, you might have noticed that in terms of mobile devices, the smartphones have actually been getting bigger. Yeah? The Note 3 and the Note 4 are some of our largest smartphones. And if you're familiar with this term, you might have heard the term phablet. They are actually the middle line between tablets and smartphones. So they actually sort of occupy the same space and provide the same functionalities through the S Pen and some productivity and work applications. The Tab series, we have our new flagship, which is called the Galaxy Tab S in 2 sizes. We'll look at that later. We have a mid-segment and an entry segment where we have the Galaxy Tab 4, 10-inch and 7 inches. And at our entry segment, we have a 7-inch tablet, a very affordable 7-inch tablet, very ideal for basic mass deployments, and this is a Galaxy Tab 3 Lite. Our models have progressed over time. Between 2012 and 2013, we actually had very few products within our portfolio in terms of tablets, but as the consumer demand and thirst for tablets has grown, and also enterprise demand, we've actually scaled up our portfolio quite drastically. So in 2012 and late 2013, we had the first Galaxy Note. This was our first tablet with a stylus pen. We followed that up with a slightly smaller version, the Galaxy Note 8. And we had our Galaxy Tab series in our mid-segment in 3 sizes, 7, 8, and 10-inch, although we did not range the 8-inch in our market. We succeeded these models, as you can see on the other side, to a newer, more refined Galaxy Note 10.1, which we call the 2014 edition. And most of these products you can actually see at our experience table later on, if you're interested. We succeeded the Tab 3 line as well, doubled the performance, improved the portability, and basically a much more well-rounded product from the Tab 3 series to the Tab 4 series. Now, we can also further segment our tablets, and especially for enterprise needs, most enterprises will be looking at performance and business productivity as some of the key considerations. And in that space, we have the Galaxy Note 10.1 2014 edition and the Galaxy Note Pro. As you can see in that image over there, the Galaxy Note Pro actually looks like a laptop, intentionally. The Galaxy Note Pro is actually positioned as your ultimate laptop substitute. It's more portable, can do just as much, and is just as powerful. If you're looking for a mid-level, mid-performance product for basic enterprise use, we have the Tab 4, basic portability as well, very light, either in 10-inch or 7-inch. And if you're looking for mid-performance, we have the Tab 4 7-inch and the Tab 3 Lite. Now, the brand new Tab S actually sits in a spot between performance and portability. It's actually one of our lightest and thinnest tablets, but also one of our most powerful tablets ever. This was some of the new model innovations. We've talked about the Note Pro loosely as one of our devices to actually take that laptop market share. Like I said, one of the world's first 12.2-inch Android tablets, and interestingly enough, I'm holding one right here. This is a 12.2-inch tablet, and if you look at this, this is actually the size of an A4 paper. So as someone who is in a business or working, no need to carry around a pen and paper. And you've got your stylus pen, and there you go. Also, if you consider the size of this screen, it's ample enough for all your work needs. Whether you're looking at Word documents, whether you're actually creating Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, which you can on this. High performance. We have a very interesting feature, especially for users who want to be very productive. It's called multi-window, where you can actually run 4 applications on one screen. I can see Mr. Ali Khan nodding there. He's had this experience. Yeah. And obviously the world-renowned S Pen features. It was also one of the first Android tablets with PC-like features. There are very few tablets within this size range and with this sort of accessories, which included the keyboard. There was also a Bluetooth mouse and some adapters if you wanted to connect external hard disks or flash drives. So already you can see how sensible a product this is for business. Also, it's one of the first products we had with what we call multi-user mode, where you can actually have up to 8 user profiles on one device. And you can see where we're trying to give you that PC-like experience with our products. On your PC, you can have multiple user profiles. Why not on your tablet? So the Galaxy Note Pro introduced that, and it actually carries forward to our newer products like the Galaxy Tab S. At the end of the day, this was actually our most ideal substitute to your laptop, PC, or desktop. We also had a very interesting product, just to give you an idea of the niche segments we actually go after. And this was the Galaxy Tab 3 Kids. For those of you in education and even industries such as childcare, this product actually could make a lot of sense to you. Now, we created the Galaxy Tab 3, the Tab 3 Kids, as a product suitable for children. With their learning experiences or their playing experiences, we wanted to create a suitable, user-friendly experience for them on a device. Because children today interact with tablets and smartphones more than ever before. I am sure a lot of us here never interacted with a smartphone or tablet when we were 3 years old. Yeah? So the world has changed significantly. So this was our first Android tablet for kids with very advanced parental control. So you can actually control how much time is spent on the product by kids. You can also put password protections. You can specify which apps are usable and so much more. And like I said, very ideal product for education, childcare, and even hospitality environments. Our latest innovation is the Galaxy Tab S. And this is actually our thinnest and lightest Samsung tablet ever. Now, why go through the effort of making one of the thinnest and lightest tablets ever? If we're going to push tablets as the most ideal devices for enterprise mobility, they need to be portable. They need to be easy to carry around. So we produce a Galaxy Tab S, in terms of design, thinnest and lightest Samsung tablet ever produced. Yeah? Very powerful performance in a very small package. Here with me, I have the 10-inch version. Yeah? And as you can see from that profile, it's paper thin. Now, in this little package here, impressively enough, they've managed to squeeze in 3 GB of RAM, an octa-core processor with 1.9 gigahertz. It's also one of the only current generation tablets within Samsung, and compared to rivals, with what we call a Super AMOLED display. So this tablet actually displays your content clearer and sharper than you could ever imagine. Now, it's a very consumer-based product, but also very powerful for enterprise and industries. Now, imagine a particular scenario such as a hospital, healthcare industry, where your doctor doesn't have to walk around with a notepad or the sketchpad that they usually do, and they can actually perhaps get images of patients' x-rays on the Galaxy Tab S. But because we have a very high resolution screen, all those details will be rendered as close as possible to what your real eye sees. So this product is very powerful, very well-rounded. And most importantly, it's actually one, in terms of security, which I started off with. It's one of the only tablets, one of the only Android tablets with a fingerprint scanner. So for those of you who can actually see from here, this is a sample that I'm currently using, and I've got my fingerprint locked in. And all I do is simply swipe my finger there, and I have access to my tablet. So you can see where we are actually making these devices very enterprise and corporate friendly. Now, the Tab S, what I've shown you is a 10.5-inch version. Like I said, we launched this last week. We have another size variant, which you can see on the smart table out there, which is in 8.4 inches. Then again, all these different screen sizes and form factors are there to give you more options, yeah, in terms of how you want to implement and deploy such devices. Like I said, ultra thin, only 6.6 millimeters thick. Now, to give you an idea, a comparison, most tablets and even smartphones top out at 7 millimeters. Apart from a new smartphone, IDA, sorry, I'll have to do justice to this, which is called the Galaxy Alpha, which comes in at almost the same thickness. But most mobile devices are actually at 7 millimeters. And most manufacturers have struggled to get down to the 6.6 millimeters that we have. But we've managed to actually get that. Very light, lighter than some of our wallets, some of the things we carry in our pockets. The 10-inch is only 467 grams, and the smaller variant, very light, impressively light, only 298 grams. Very slick and very premium as well. Now, you had me mention something about Super AMOLED. Basically, Super AMOLED technology, which is on most of the smartphones we do have. What Super AMOLED technology does is that it ensures that all the images, photos, text, any content you're viewing on the device is actually represented in the richest and deepest colors possible, and in the highest resolution. Yeah. If you're going to be working on a tablet device on a very regular basis, you need to see your content as it should be seen. It also has a very, very high contrast ratio, yeah? And like I said, richer colors with a greater depth of field than regular screens out there in the market. Yeah, so this is actually one of the highest resolution screens money can buy currently. Few interesting features like adaptive display, which actually is clever enough to automatically adjust the brightness and some of the color features of the display, depending on your surroundings. So if you're actually using this tablet outdoors, it will automatically adjust the brightness to ensure that you have maximum visibility at all times. So a very clever product as well. Very interesting feature we have called multitasking with voice call. since this product is actually LTE enabled and can also support 3G and 2G networks, you can make voice calls and send messages. Very important for people in the field. Yeah. But what's interesting is that during a voice call, I can actually send you content to your phone, yeah, which would be mirrored like that. So if I'm speaking to you, I can send you a link or a photo directly by simply dragging and dropping into that screen. Very innovative features. Yeah. Another innovative feature we have is side sync. A lot of people who will handle tablets will have a smartphone with them. So why not integrate both devices together? So with features such as side sync, you're actually able to mirror the screen of your phone on your tablet, allowing you to simply drag and drop content between your smartphone and tablet. And your smartphone could be in your pocket, or it could be in another room. Yeah? So we have some very interesting integration features as well. Hancom Office. A lot of people in business environments, almost everyone, deals with some form of Word, PowerPoint, and Excel document. If you're out in the field, you want to be able to access, actually create, edit, and view those documents anytime. Now, we have a solution called Hancom Office, and as you can see from that illustration there, it looks very similar to what you find on your laptop. When you power that up, you see File, Edit, View, Insert, all the usual options you have when working on your PC. So this is actually a very good solution for all your document needs. There's some interesting features as well, including e-meeting. Remote PC is also supported on a wide range of our Samsung products. E-meeting in particular actually allows you to connect multiple Tab-S devices. You can say up to 10 devices in one room. And you can actually have a meeting between 10 or so individuals where I can host a meeting and you can see all the content that I'm going through and I can push files to you directly. So no need for whiteboards and marker pens in meeting rooms and pen and paper. You can connect all these devices together seamlessly. So the main aim here is we're actually creating products that emphasize on collaboration as well. Samsung Knox we talked about. Also found on the Galaxy Tab-S, but reinforced even further with the fingerprint scanner. Now, your fingerprint is one of the most unique parts of your body. No one can really duplicate it. So if you add a fingerprint scanner to a tablet, you have secure access and control. Yeah. Multi-user mode is also featured, as we actually explained on the Note Pro, but also boosted with a fingerprint scanner. So each individual user can actually protect their user profile with their unique fingerprint. So you can have an environment where you would need to share the device with one or more people. So you have the multi-user mode and you have the fingerprint protection. So everyone can secure their own unique profile and their own unique files. There are a range of accessories available, not only for the Tab-S, but for other products. For the Tab-S in particular, we have a book cover, which mounts the device in various standing modes. Now, this accessories actually complement the device, and especially when you're looking at deploying such products in the field, you do need some of these accessories like covers to protect the device and the screen. We have two different types of cover. The first is a book cover, which allows you to mount the device on a table. The second is a more basic cover, which actually protects the front end of the screen and maintains the slimness and lightness of the product. We also have a Bluetooth keyboard, very, very a useful piece of hardware, especially for enterprise users. If you combine the element of Hancom Office that I showed you earlier and this accessory, you basically have a laptop in your hands, whether you're working with a 10-inch or an 8-inch Galaxy Tab-S. Now, I know I'm a bit pressed for time, so we'll wrap that up so that we can actually move on to the next segment.